So Google I/O 2022 has just wrapped up and Android 13 has already gotten its second beta release. This is the final beta before the new version reaches the platform stability stage, basically when Google stops adding new features and doubles down on fixing bugs and polishing things up ahead of the stable release. Take a sec to subscribe to Android Central for more Android 13 coverage in the run-up to launch, and we'll take a quick look at what's new in Android 13 Beta 2. The biggest feature addition in this beta, announced on stage at Google I/O, is Android 13's new Predictive back gesture. Unlike the current back gesture on Android, this lets you swipe and get a peek of what you're actually going back to, like the home screen as you can see here. The Predictive back gesture technically is in Android 13 Beta 2, but this is another one of those features where apps will need to be updated to actually support it. And Google says that even then, the animations that you see here won't be visible until at least the final release of Android 13. It's likely there are some other changes that need to be made elsewhere in the Pixel UI to make this all possible. All of which is a long way of saying you can't really play with this feature yet on a Pixel running Beta 2, but it should be pretty neat once it actually arrives. Next, we're seeing features that were removed or slightly broken in earlier builds being added back into Beta 2. So the per app language option is back and works just the same as it did in earlier developer previews, letting you pick a language under the app info menu. And the new One Search interface for Pixels that could be activated by command line jiggery pokery in Beta 1 is now live in Beta 2 and the default UI for search when you tap on the Google search bar. It's a little buggy right now and only really works for apps and web results, so it's clear this is still something that Google is working on behind the scenes. Elsewhere, there are a bunch of the smaller visual changes we come to expect from beta to beta. The new media control card, added in Beta 1, has been updated with a smaller progress bar, new button placements, and some new animations when you jump from track to track. And there are also these new horizontal animations when jumping from page to page in the Settings app, which makes things feel a bit more fluid. And finally, the vibrate icon will now show in the status bar on Pixels when the phone is set to vibrate. This obviously is already present in a bunch of other Android skins, but it's good to see it being added back into Pixels with Android 13. And that's pretty much it in terms of big user-facing changes in this build. We're only a couple of weeks on from Beta 1 after all, so it's not a huge surprise that changes here that you can actually see are relatively minor. In terms of stability overall, I haven't noticed any major bugs in Beta 2, or the previous Beta 1 for that matter, both running on the Pixel 6 here. Certainly the list of known issues in this beta is relatively tame. It's pretty clear that Android 13 is more stable, relatively speaking, than Android 12 was this time last year, which is great to see. The next step for Android 13 is of course the third beta where it reaches that platform stability stage, and as such, should be a bit more stable and more suitable to run on your daily driver if you're feeling brave. That's it for now, stay tuned for more Android 13 coverage and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.